I found it somewhat difficult to think of something to do with Jaden because I was trying to think of little things in my life that were normal that might not have been normal for him to experience on a daily basis. I thought it would be a good idea to take Jaden to a restaurant that is generally considered an American place to eat. I thought Five Guys burgers and fries would work because not only is fast food more common here, but a hamburger and fries is probably about as American as food can get. Before I took him there, I was really nervous he wasn't going to like the food they served there because he wouldn't be familiar with the greasy taste that most Americans love. We took a long walk and got to Five Guys. I told him how it worked and that we order at a computer or at the counter and then wait for our food to be ready off to the side. I was really concerned that Jaden was going to get sick from the food because his stomach might not be used to all the grease, and I was worried that I also was worried that he might get confused taking his order just because sometimes he has a hard time understanding me because I talk really fast usually. So I was worried that he might get lost in the busyness and loudness of the American restaurant. So during the walk there and the dinner, Jaden was quiet and he didn't really talk much, but I think he had a good time overall because we talked a lot about the last interaction we had on the way there, and I asked him about some of the food he would eat in China. He told me that he would usually spend most of his time with his friends because his parents would work late and not have enough time to eat with the family or cook a home-cooked meal. So he told me that pretty much all he ate would be Chinese food, but not like the stereotypical deep fried chicken that we eat when we get Chinese at the American Chinese restaurants we have here. He was looking forward to having a real American burger, he told me, because all the food he's eaten since he's got here is dining hall food, which I told him really isn't a good representation of the food here. I told him some of it's good, but not what a real meal would be. So I explained to him that the food off campus is much more enjoyable in my opinion, but it might just be because I'm sick of eating the dining hall food every night. When he first started eating the food, I was trying to watch him without making him feel uncomfortable, but I think he found the taste weird at first, but ended up liking the food. I think the portion sizes that Americans regularly eat are served in restaurants are much larger than portions in other countries because he said he liked it a lot, but he had a hard time finishing it, so I figured it was just because we typically serve really big portions. But while being at the restaurant, Jaden seemed to be a little overwhelmed with all the noise and commotion. This made me realize that I think Americans in general are very loud and energetic people. I thought about all the other students from China that I have had to interact with, and I realized I always notice how quiet and soft they talk, which explains why Jaden was probably so shocked to hear all the noise in an American restaurant, especially one like Five Guys where things are moving very rapidly and it's very busy. I think another insight about Americans in general that I noticed from this experience, other than us being so much louder than others, is how we always seem to be needing to get from one place to the next. Because of how surprised Jaden was with the big amounts of people, quick talking and lots of noise, I think many of the people in his life were much more relaxed. I know from my own life and many people in my life, there is always something for us to do. We're busy with school, work, social life, volunteering, extracurricular activities, etc. So, however, in my last interaction with Jaden, he talked a lot about how he spent time with his friends. They would drink and smoke and just hang out after school, and that's all they would do. So the experience overall really opened my eyes to the little things about Americans in my everyday life that are different from Jaden's, and I'm able to see that different negative and positive for why we're so rushed, loud, excited, energetic, and how it's different from his relaxed after school life where there's not much to do and things like that.